Of all the judges' brothers that played football, the judge happens to be the most outstanding. But one thing I can assure you is that once you see them, they have football in their DNA. Right about now, we'll be seeing the official kickoff. You can see legendary broadcaster all the way from Arise in the person of Ovieteme George. Because Ovieteme George happens to be an household name when it comes to his craft. The judges' brothers standing akimbo, looking all poised to give their brother the respect he truly deserves. And there goes the whistle, and that was a very calm, collected play from that man there, whose name I will be bringing to you shortly. I.e., what are you looking forward to? You know, this young lad, talking about the man whom we all are celebrating today. He, etched his name positively, like I mentioned earlier, in the folklore of Nigerian football. In 1994, he was courted by late coach Monday Sinclair. He happens to be friends with Victor Ezeji, Albert Yobo, and Joseph Yobo. And in 1995, this young lad, while he's playing for Rangers, was invited for the Nigeria under-17 team where they went to Ecuador for the under-17 World Cup. And he made good account of himself also there. And when he returned to Nigeria, then playing for the Flying Antelopes, Rangers, they had an FA Cup match against Stationery Stores. It was one of the fiercest rivalries in Nigerian football. Of course, the Rangers-Stores rivalry. And the game ended in favor of Rangers. The goal came in the 87th minute. And after the match, the stadium was kind of witnessed some disturbing circumstances where fans invaded the stadium and the security had to take everybody, including the Rangers players, into a team bus. And lo and behold, late Igenewari, sitting at the back of the bus, unassuming, very innocent and calm, a bullet came from nowhere and pierced. And, so sad. His life was extinguished from the surface of the earth. Also joining me on the commentary is Jolomi Bokoben, of course, all the way from Redeem 93.7 and also Garden City 89.9 FM. He calls himself the soccer historian. Jolomi, before I come to you, Jolomi, you know this family. They are your friends. What can you say about this man we are celebrating today, and what do we expect?
Well, sure. Igenewari George, a painful one. But in all, we always give God the glory. And most importantly, I would like to thank the organizers of this memorial football, novelty football match in honor of one of Port Harcourt's brightest of his era, one of Port Harcourt's finest, one of Port Harcourt football artists of his era, late Igenewari George. We know he was born in 1979, like you rightly pointed out, a member of the George's family, all football greats. His elder brother, Pere Kebina, the one we know as Alari, all played. No, Pere Kebina, then we have Alari, we have Finidi, we have Favor, we have Aboisi, Sele. They are all here, but to God be the glory, because we cannot question God. One of our brightest in January left us in a sad and painful manner. It was so painful, it resulted in Finidi George withdrawing from being part of the Atlanta 96 Olympic team, because he was supposed to be a member of that team. But because of the tragic death and the way the NFF were handling, you understand, lackadaisical attitude of the NFF, then NFA, he decided to pull out. And remember also, the death of Igenewari brought about that song that you always hear people sing everywhere. Mama no deo, Papa no deo. You know why? Because when he was buried, the burial ceremony, when it was taking place here in Port Harcourt, at the Port Harcourt Cemetery, it resulted in a high tension between the police It was all because of Igenewari. For those who don't know, I'm just giving you the history. Well, we are here. The match is on. We can see the players. And right now, let's go to the field of play. We will still give you more history, more historical facts about this great talent and the, Finidi George's family, including players that he played. Many of them are here. SAG is here. I have not seen Ogodi Maradona here. Yes, he played alongside him, even played alongside him in Rangers. I've not seen him. I'm here to support him. Ogoni Maradona, that's Ledon. I'm here to support him. Even Joseph Yobo, they were all members of the same team. SAG is here. He's a member. So, Sarifula, I'll give you history. Let's go to the field of play for now.
Back to the field of play. That's Kennedy Okoba, former player of Sharks. He happens to be the captain of the Lemon side, Lemon and Blue Talk. Looking very colorful. We also have, the red side. Of course, this honorary match to remember our late hero, Igenewari George, was put together by the committee of friends. His friends. That was a swinging pass from Ojokojo, looking for Dixon, who was marginally caught in an offside position of play. Ladies and gentlemen, football lovers and enthusiasts, of course, we have the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria. We have big wigs all here present. I can see the secretary of the Sports Writers Association in the person of Sir Tonye Orabere, a.k.a. Babati. Not also forgetting the assistant secretary in the person of our own, the celebration himself, the Sport Jagaban, Dura Leziga, who is the assistant secretary. Of course, we also have a lot of them. We have here one man, who shaped my call into sports broadcasting. I listened to him for years, and I've met him here. I introduced myself to him. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have in our midst the former media officer of Dolphins Football Club, in the person of the Query man himself, China Asheru, very much around. Of course, he has been so active on social media. It was through him I got some history of Igenewari, and Shana Ashiru, of course, is invaluable experience when it comes to reporting Nigerian football. Cannot go unnoticed. Of course, Shana Ashiru coming here, and we all are here. So give Igenewari, though late, but his good memory.
I think you can never overemphasize the importance of China, the Kuruman Achiru, on sports journalism in River State. You go early back, in the 90s and late 80s as well, during the Federation's Cup time, and also some of his stories, that he told us, on air and also via social media as well. There was this particular incident that struck my mind when he was about to launch his book, 1,000 Times on the Same Road, where he said that they went far away enough, and then their team was attacked, but they managed, to escape through from the window. So looking at it, it isn't just now that he's done these things. He's been doing it for a very, very long time, and it's nice to actually meet him in person and then showing or throwing his weight behind things like this. And you can never tell. But indeed, when you have veterans like this doing the job, it just gives you the courage and wanting to do more, because you know that you haven't done anything, you're just starting.
All right, thank you so much. Back to the field of play. I have the team list for the red team. Of course, all the teams are putting on number 30. So just to commemorate and know that, remember the fact that we are celebrating the 30 years remembrance of ex-Nigerian international, late Igenewari George. And we have the George's family here. That's Dixon trying to go on their seniors to give the ball to Adolphus. Adolphus trying to look for options, couldn't find any. Opts to give it back to Dixon. And Dixon, second time counting, he has been found in an offside position of play. So far, so good. No goals to report from the other side of the divide. But it's been clement weather here at the legendary Sharks Football Club Stadium. Like I told you earlier, it promises to be enthralling and also enterprising. Of course, we have for the team on red, Victor Enshaw, Ovieteme, George, Stanley, Terry, Tarebo, Jeff, Kenneth Bassi, Innocent, Walter, Tumo Davis, Ebenezer, Fine Country, Shook, Ezeji, who happens to be the elder brother to one of the most decorated footballers in Nigerian football history, the person of Victor Ezeji, not also forgetting Aaron Belha and Zena Johnson. And for substitutions, we have goalkeeper Okori Davis. Thank God, Oba. Thank God, Speaker. Etelirari and Christian Tamono. Honorable Erasmus Awotu, who happens to be the former local commercial man of Andoni, one man who has impacted positively on me, Nekabari Panushi, and Tamono Wariboko, aka Kampari.
Yes, for the Lemon team, we have Waibo, yes, Kennedy Okoba, aka Waibo. One of the most versatile players that you can find. He can play from any side of the wing. Once played for Sharks, played for NFPC, and a whole lot of them. And he was a one-time coach of Ocean Boys and Bayelsa United. Waibu, he just passed that ball. He's the captain of the Lemon team. We have Adolphus Daboye. Daboye is also in the field. And we have Oloko Ajumo, president of Club 58, and also the chairman of BDAFA, that is the Bile Amateur Football District Association. Oloko, yes, coming to honor our own. We also have Ojokojo, yes, Chima Walu Ojokojo. Ojokojo is, if you don't remember, was one of those who made history by winning the highest goal scorer and MVP in the Helsinki Invitational under 17. That was way back in the early 90s. We have Oyinkro Asey, aka Oshari. Oshari played for Burugri United, where they went on to reach the semi-final of the maiden edition of the Bayelsa State Challenge Cup. That was way back in 1998. Yes, Orinko Ashe, he is a member of the Crystal All-Stars International. We have also Dixon. Dixon is the present captain of Cartel All-Stars. Yes, a big, one of the best, if not one of the youngest, but one of the best, because they have also shown that they are big and capable of doing great things. Right now, they are building even their second clubhouse as we speak. We also have Obeleye. Obeleye too is of the Cartel All-Stars. And we also have in goal Honorable Solomon Sokolo, a one-time member of the River State House of Assembly. A one-time member of the River State House of Assembly, to be precise, the 9th of Assembly, River State, where he represented the good people of Abua Odwa in the House of Assembly. And we also have Olo and Pere Akeme, a versatile defender, one time played for Ocean Boys at the point in time actively, but right now he is an all-star member with the Crystal All-Stars Port Harcourt. We also have Tams and Opuaji. Then we have Samuel Opanze, Baptist High School, and a member of the Liverpool All-Stars in Port Harcourt. We also have with us Solomon Tawo and Abiye making up the numbers for the Lemon team. Ayekite, so far so good. We have seen the large turnout of Port Harcourt people. In fact, this is just a far cry of what we used to know. Like I told you before, because of Igenewari, it was during the military era. The boys Port Harcourt boys, they wanted to, engage the military. Why is even the military administrator was there for the burial ceremony. And that song, as I told you. And right now, looking at Port Harcourt, gathered here to honor one of their finest. How do you see this one?
I think I would say that it's a good one coming from the Committee of Friends to celebrate the judges' family, because certainly it's very, very disappointing and disastrous to have such an amazing talent, snatched away from us. But we all know that Port Harcourt is a beehive of activities and it has a abundance of talent on display, and that's why we've come out here to celebrate, the judges' family with football. And just so very, very disappointing that a member of judges' family that is supposed to be here, celebrating, and probably we would have seen him play for bigger teams like Manchester United or Real Madrid, as the case may be. This his brother also went to Spain. He also might have won the Champions League, maybe, but it just didn't happen. So for Port Harcourt City, we just cannot cry. We just have to move on and enjoy ourselves, the ones that we have, and also celebrating his elder brother who is here as the head coach of Rivers United.
Now back to the field of play. Obieteme George with the ball. Gives the ball to Jeff Taribo. Jeff Taribo now trying to wriggle. Gives the ball back to the big center half there. The red side trying to maintain possession. Of course, one coach who helped in the shaping in the football played by late Igenewari George happens to be head coach Mono Simre, who, possessive football is the bread and butter of football. And you can see in Nigeria, Kennedy Okuba gives the ball to Dixon, and Dixon was infringed. And the center referee, in the person of Kokumai, the referee that has Saga season with Ziso, was ideally positioned to see something. And just to let you know, the center referee, like I mentioned, is Kokumai, is being assisted by the ARO1 in the person of Mr. Christian, aka Usman, and we're getting the ARO2 in the person of Mr. Emenike Obuago.
Yes, the Lemon team just got the chance, but that ball was shot wide off the mark by no other person than Ojokoju.
And the match commissioner is a retired referee, but not tired. And also one man who I love so much. When he was officiating, he was very authoritarian and also imposing. Elder Brand White.
Yes, not to forget this match put together by the Committee of Friends of Igenewari. Yes, Igenewari, the man we are here together, was born in 1979 in Port Harcourt to the Judges family, the great footballing Judges family. The Judges family have number one, the eldest amongst them is Perry Gebina, who played grassroots football, followed by Larry, the second, who was a crafter in midfield, who wore the colors of Sharks FC, later NFPC of Warri, and even moved to Cameroon. Then came Kennedy George, who would edge his name in the Nigerian folklore, Super Eagles winger, AFCON 1994 champion, and Champions League winner with Ajax. Igenewari was the youngest. Yes, Igenewari, he was a calm one in the family, very talented yet respectful. Football was his language. Igenewari's elder brother Larry told us some time ago when we interviewed him. And for Igenewari, his talent began to show outside the streets of Port Harcourt at Enitona High School. Yes, where he trained and played alongside boys of his age during that time. Players like Victor A.J. Joseph Yobo, Albert Yobo, and the likes. Yes, so unfortunate that we'll be missing here. A beautiful run there. Dixon giving the ball to Ojokojo. Ojokojo with the ball, trying to locate his man. 1-2, and still beats his man. Gives it back to Ojokojo. Ojokojo to Dixon. All lemon. What did they do? Dixon tried to play a lavish one across, but Obieteme George is not only a running commentary that he does, it's not only reporting that he does, Ovieteme George, if you don't know him, in Port Harcourt back in the days, was a good player, played Jawu Sote. Very, very great player. We know him. And I know he has played football, but professionally the thing don't enter. That's why he moved onto the media space and is now an ex-broadcaster, a household name if you watch Arise TV and other broadcast media. We respect you, our own Ovieteme. And so, now, the red jersey, Kenneth with the ball. What does he do? See the red. Okada. Try to locate this one, but Oloko blocks that one. The mind is willing, body, but still is all stars. Remember, this man played alongside Igenewari back in the days. And it's a great one to see all of them gathered here to honor. Many great stars, many played professionally, many played academically, many played amateur football in River State, many are captains of industries today. Many of them, as you see them, so are great businessmen, captains of industries, movers and shakers in the bureaucracy of Nigeria, some politicians, all gathered here to honor our own. It's not easy if Nigeria fails to honor us. Even from that day, we wanted to fight against Nigeria. In fact, Finidi protested by withdrawing his participation for the Atlanta 96 because the NFF, we are so nonchalant. The NFF, we are not coming to help, do anything about this tragic death of Igenewari. And that punishment, stationery stores suffered it today because that was the beginning of their downfall in Nigerian football. Because after that event, after that encounter, after that incident, stationery stores started dying, and stationery stores till today is no more. Sanifolo, God will always rise up to act if the authorities fail to act. And that is why we cry, Mama no day, Papa no day. Nobody will do us anything, but we are here to honor Igenewari again.
Well, God knows best, and don't forget, this 30 years Remembrance novelty football match is being put together by the committee of friends of late Igenewari. Don't forget Mr. Daniel Cromwell, part of the committee, and also Honorable Apollos Jasifiema, who happens to be one man who has been so astute and vocal in terms of his personality. He happens to be a former chairman of one of the most respected All-Stars we have here in Port Harcourt, Liverpool All-Stars. And also Victor Ezeji is part of the fray, also forgetting Tobinson, George Will, and ace broadcaster, China the Quereman, actually now back to the field of play. That's Ojokojo winning the ball, giving the ball now to Nigeria, and Dazone, Yokoba trying to go on the ascendancy, just to which one, gives the ball now to Dixon. Dixon giving the ball now to a man from his near side. Then possession of the ball now, Dixon again. And now it's going to be a goal kick situation of play. So far so good. Less than 20 minutes played. No goals to report from either side. And we are all here at the behest of the judges' family, remembering their own. One man where she's playing in the annals of football in Nigeria. Late Igenewari George.
Back to the field of play. Umre. Lean up from the back. Take a pick of the ball. Nice pass. Going to the center back. Kingsgate. Moves to the left hand side of the field. Nice play there to the captain. Fantastic. Nice brilliant pass. Goes into the game. Goes back to the George. Team Red, building up steady and gradually, losing momentum and their tendency. He goes to his teammate on the right hand side again. Moves back to the major. Miscommunication between both of them. Lost possession to Team Lemon. 3 men from Obedeme George. This situation in favor of Team Lemon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a game. This lady, none of us, late Igenewari George, put together a committee of friends to celebrate his 30th Remembrance Day. And at this point in time, it's still goalless situation between Team Lemon and Team Red. Just to tell you a quick, the dignitaries in attendance, in no particular order, we have Tekena Iela, the chief of all the water side. Saw him warming up just some minutes earlier. Also, we have Tekena Samuel, former captain of Cartel All Stars, now technical director. We have Ramsey Edward, Chancellor of Ward 5, Port Harcourt team. We also have Toby Still Georgie, president football section of Port Harcourt Club, one-time chairman also of Cartel All Stars. We also have Kubara Dadokina, Mr. All Stars, a member. We have Tumo George, Area United. We also have Honorable Sokolo Solomon, who happens to be a former member representing Abua Odwa, the River State House of Assembly. Also, in team, the goalkeeper for Team Lemon in the ongoing match. We also have Honorable Christian Kamono Ibinabo, former deputy leader of 7th Legislative Council of the Port Harcourt City Local Government. Collection of players, and we have a player down from Team Lemon. That response an infraction. The game at the top for a moment. Let's see if the player will be able to regain his feet.
Yes, player for Team Lemon, that's Dobie. He's up on his feet. We are sure nothing untoward has happened to him. He's a great player, like I told you. Every player that you see in the pitch of play, except in maybe one or two, played and watched Igenewari in Port Harcourt. From the streets of Port Harcourt, Bundu area, Churchill, 6th field, just name me, number 1 field. He was so mercurial, a midfield maestro, dazzling. In fact, you watch him play and you feel and you know that Nigeria has missed a great talent, great potential. One of the greatest and one of the finest in this era. Played for the under-17. In fact, discovered by no other person than our own legendary, our own evergreen coach, Monday Sinclair. Discovered the trio of Albert Yobo, Joseph Yobo, SAG, and the like. Then took the three of them to Enugu Rangers the moment he was given the job. That was in 1995. That is, he took Albert Yobo, Joseph Yobo, his brother, and Igenewari to Enugu Rangers, where they played alongside Nathaniel Ayanwale, the striker, Christian Opala, Anthony Nwigwe, and the rest of them. That's the player we're talking about. A player whose life was cut short. A player that we all know would have gone on to do greater things, not only for Nigerian football, but for his family and friends. Remember, the George's family are all great and talented footballers, from Perry Bekeme to Alare, Finidi, Favored, Nuku, Sele, Aboisi, just name them. All gifted players, all great players. But this one that we all know would have gone on to do great exploits for club and country was, cut short by the wicked hands of stationary stores members, their supporters, that thuggish supporters. I know them. I used to watch their matches live in Lagos when I was in Lagos. Onikon, in fact, you go with your ticket, you want to sit down, they will tell you, don't sit down there, close share. That place belongs to Baba Elero. Baba Elero is still at the marketplace, and they are beating you for sitting on a seat in a government stadium where you have paid your, oh God. So painful. So painful.
Of course, very soon I would like, the former media officer of Dolphins, a man who is so well abreast with Nigerian football history, to come to the commentary stand, please. In the person of China Igenewari Manashero, because he has a lot to say, because we as young ones will be ready from his experience. We'll be calling him to the microphone when, if you can come, sir, please, we would like to come forward.
We have been expecting you, China. We are expecting you to give us one or two, let us know one or two about this. And very sound and painful one.
He happens to be the nephew of late Captain Elechi. The day he was late Captain Elechi Amadi. The day he was wants to premiere his book, he came to the radio and said where he learned how to talk stories was from his late uncle. And he was a good orator. He has it in him. He hold his spellbound for hours non-stop. He gave us stories of Nigerian football when he was premiering the book 1,000 times on the same road. Up to now, see the final book. I never see. I will not buy the book finish.
Yes, Oga China, you are welcome. Yes, I know you're part of the organizers. We all know you're part of the organizers. We all know you know Igenewari very well. And you are part of those who decided to bring this one to make us remember Igenewari. This is 30 years after. And Nigerian government, Nigerian security forces, NFF, nobody has come up to say this is what happened on that day. This is the man that committed that crime. And here we are honoring Igenewari. How do you feel, and what was it like putting this whole Nabete football match together?
The truth is that, as surprising as this might sound to people listening to me now, I do not know Igenewari. I don't know him. I knew Pepe Bilal, I knew Alari John, I knew Finidi. I heard about Igenewari, I never knew him. But when I was invited by Victor Ezeki to join the committee of I began to do a lot of investigation. Before now, I already knew that it was the younger brother of this. After I came to the Rangers and stores in Ibadan. But I had met them I met people that were in the hospital ward with him. And the saddest thing about it is that there's no closure. Nobody has told the family who committed it. There are rumors, there are insinuations that maybe a store span. Nobody knows. It's not confirmed. There are rumors that maybe a stray bullet from police. Nobody knows. There's an even stronger story that one of the security detail of a military administrator trying to clear traffic, maybe, nobody knows. And that was why Padakopo were angry on the day of the burial. Because you're coming to bury our son and there is no closure. But I feel that 30 years later, the family can never forget what has happened. They can never forget. But I believe that a lot of hearts would have healed. And for today, it's not a government thing. It's not a corporate thing. It's a few friends who said, this boy now our party man be this. All of us work at Port Harcourt together. How I want to remember him. A few friends. And they gathered together to do this. To bring the family together. To celebrate. You can say a great man that never achieved greatness. That had his dreams cut short by a bullet. That had his dreams cut short by a government hospital that did not have water for surgery. That had his dreams cut short by lots of things. But I want to believe that the most painful part of it is that up till now, there is no closure. Nobody from the NFF, from the sports ministry, from the federal government has come out to say, this is what happened. So the family will continue to live in that pain. But one thing that can soothe their pain, wash their sorrows, is the fact that friends have come together to bring him back alive. Today, Igenewari lives. Because people have, look at the people that have gathered here today. Look at the media publicity for the past 3 weeks. Look at what people are saying. Just look at it. So if the family will look back and say, yes, we did vex, so say our brother died, say our son died. When they look at today, they should be happy that 30 years later, there are people here that were not born. when he died. There are people here that were not born when he died. But people have come together to say, let us remember somebody that came out of these parts, explored Nigeria, explored the world. His dreams are, yes, to cut short. We can't change that. But people have remembered him. So I think when the family looks back, yes, even in the sadness in their hearts, because you can never take it away. You can never take that sadness away. But let them be happy that Port Harcourt, the whole world, has come to say Igenewari George lives, even though he's not with us today. And that's my take home. That's my take home from today. People have come to celebrate him.
Yes, thank you very much. People have come to celebrate him, and you are part of those who put this together. One question I would like to ask, because you know one thing, we have started. You have started it. You people have started it. And most importantly, just the last one, you have started. You people have started it. I want to believe, because he's a man that is there in our heart. He's a young lad that was there in our heart and still there in our heart. Because if you look at the turnout, I want to believe, if I may ask, do you have any plans to continue on this path going forward? That's the remembrance. The remembrance and novelty.
This question, they had to ask.
Yeah?
They had to ask.
Yeah, you follow. You're there among us now. You know they had of us to ask.
Do we have any plans to continue? Make we complete today one first. Make we blow whistle first. Make we complete today one first. Yeah. But my thinking now is this: we have set the ball rolling. We have done something that I know there's to be an Igenewari Cup. There's to be we have set the ball rolling. After this whole thing, I think the committee will sit down, what is called the post-mortem, and ask themselves, do we want to do 31 years? Do we want to make it every 5 years? Or maybe, just maybe, someone can pick it up from here, maybe. But what this committee wanted was to celebrate 30 years of Igenewari George. That's what we are doing now. Whatever happens tomorrow, we don't know. Look at it today one first.
Okay, thank you, Oga China. I know you're part of the organizing committee. We don't want to bore you or keep you here for a very long time. Thank you, but whatever happens, we'll call you back. And not also forgetting that, like you said, they are blowing whistle. But remember, the whistle was blown earlier on, 1996, when we started with the Igenewari Cup. That was a cup in remembrance of Igenewari George that attracted a whole lot of big players from within and outside the shores of Nigeria back then in Churchill Field. And we just hope that this may bring a resurgence or a return of that competition. Now, before I call on my partner and my colleague here to continue, let me quickly recognize the presence of Sekou Zoffa. Sekou Zoffa, yes, he is the registrar of the Niger Delta University, Wilberforce Island, that is in Bayelsa State. Sekou Zoffa, you're welcome. He is a footballer in his own right, but right now, many things make him not to, be so active. But don't go near him, because he will display and dazzle you in the midfield. Not also forgetting, I'm seeing Victor Ezeji, Nigeria's best. He has challenged me that this year, Njiko will definitely class Baptist High School to collect the new WWI NDDC Cup. And now we are waiting. We know when that time comes, we know how to do that matter. I also see Kiri footballer, Kiri of the Port Harcourt All-Stars. He is a great player, a great man of all time, if you know him. Not to also forget that we have in our midst Alari George. He is here with us, elder brother to late Igenewari George. We also have here Favor George, talking about Sampo, better known as Sampo. Nuku Barimbaka is here with us. Man we sabi, fear that is left foot anytime. I boy see, always doing it. Nuku 1-2 touch in the middle. Don't get close to him, because his own is done dirty me. These are the family of, these are relation of brothers of late Igenewari George. I'm talking about Aboisi, Nuku, the man they touch up for midfield, not near him. The pass they go, take pass, big pass. We also have Sele. Oh God, this is a painful one, but we give God the glory, like I always say. In fact, at that point in time, 1995, we wanted to fight the military, head on. Mama no day, Papa no day. that song, anytime you hear it, remember that song was specifically released on that very burial day for Igenewari George. Anywhere you hear it, know that song. In Warri, in anywhere outside the shores of Nigeria, know that it was because of Igenewari George, and it was a spontaneous reaction against the military government, against the security forces. In fact, tensions were high in Port Harcourt on that day. If you remember, for those who don't know, let me just inform us. Yes, Ayekite, painful one, but we will always remember our finest. We will always remember our own. But we don't want to remember them when they die young. We want to stay and see them 90, 100, just as it's happening all over the world. And we come to give them that legendary awards.
Yeah, certainly very painful when you lose them at young age. And also a promising opportunity, but a very, very disappointing and a weak effort on goal. That's why it's still goalless at this point in time.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget the Wazobia FM family is well represented. I can see Kate, Ogan, not so forgetting Charlotte. Of course, when it comes to PG, the Wazobia FM, they are the bright, the golden standard when it comes to PG. And Kate, Ogan, big ups to you and Charlotte. Now back to the field of play.
See you. We see you when you come. We see you.
That's a good shot there. Good shot from Arod. Bereha about his wayward. And that was a very good opportunity. Promising an opportunity here, and the ultimate currency of football is all about converting your goal scoring opportunities. It's been a game of few opportunities. The two teams have been observant of themselves, very cautious. And that has really affected the game. The game has been so cagey,
Yes, certainly it has been very, very cagey, and it's no fault of theirs. And if you look at them, you can know that indeed they may try, but the body might not allow them. If they were 5 years younger, I think we would have seen some brilliant passes and long-range efforts, defense splitting passes. But at this point in time, they're just trying to manage your body and then play it gradually. Oh, nice brilliant move from Igenewari George there. You can see that they have it in their mind, but the body just is not fast enough to execute those things. But we believe that sooner rather than later, we are going to see the opening goal in this half.
Don't forget, this match is being streamed live by one of the best TV. Because the Ijo Content TV is streaming this live. Being streamed on various platforms. It's on Twitter, it's on Facebook, and Ijo Content TV, one of the best when it comes to streaming of matches and events. They are here. And big ups to Ijo Content TV. We see you, we love you, and God bless you. Also, I want to give a big shout out to the Chief Security Officer of this jurisdiction in the person of Babula, the king of Kigali, Tabaka, no darling. And just to let you know that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've come to the end of this scintillating first half between Team Lemon and Team Red. And after the first 45 minutes, no goals will come from other side of the divide. You're hearing the voice of Michel Dagogo, aka Sanifula the second. I call myself the MD of sports, Michel Dagogo of sports. I'm being joined by my senior colleague Jolomi Bokboben from Redeem FM and Garden City, and I Ekite, Mr. Versatile, your favorite Manshi on radio. Right about now, we'll be going for a brief musical interlude. Then we'll come back where we'll be taking some interviews and reviews from people that watched our late hero Igenewari. So stay put, DJ, give us some music.
Yeah, you know what's up now, it's your boy the Boozy, fire no fit cool away. I did here with DJ M, please sound it.
But I'll be alright forever. Now who that?
Them go run it down. Them go hold it. Them go. Say them go feel it. Them go run it down. Them go hold it. Them go. I be talking to myself. And I know you even notice. She got me feeling like a zombie. I should be super shocked, notice. If you should put that body down, you know that I'm easy for you, truly. I just touched down. When I see you now, sucking on the phone, calling you tonight. I wanna make you sure, make me know the vibes. I don't wanna sleep alone. Wanna hold you tight. I feel like I'll be
Forever, hey. Superstar DJ M, come on this one, baby.
I'll be on the phone, calling you tonight. I wanna make you sure, make me know the vibes. I don't wanna sleep alone. Wanna hold you tight. I fool my eyes, but I'll be alright.
Everybody knows that forever.
On my laptop, on my keto, on my sheet on. Say them go feel it, them go run it down, them go hold it, them go. Say them go feel it, them go run it down, them go hold it, them go. I be talking to myself, and I don't even notice. She got me feeling like a zombie. Flash of glory.
Baby, you want back and banga. Well, go then, baba. You can never stop on signal, never stop on battle. I get you more, go say, Mama, you know, go to Shalaye. Oh yeah, wait for you, baba. I say, wait for you, baba. Well, let me see what. Let me see what. Well, get off, baba. Let me see what. Let me see what.
I should normally never bother me again. So I shall never bother me. And anything they do for me, that is my show happiness and me.
You know they bother me. You know they bother me. You know they bother me. Say you talk, no they bother me. Shut, no they bother me. Too much shut, no fi bother me. No fi bother, you know they bother me. Anything I want to do, my shit. I don't my shit. Anything I want to do, my shit. I don't my shit. Sometimes they talk about bullshit. Talk me for sweet. I smile with the crocodile teeth. It's funny like nice boy spit. I got guys where they want my sticks. Got girls where they giving me peace. They got friends me, I got family. What they see when they drag me like they
Now what you gonna they do like this now? What you they do normally? I listen this one. We dey skull, we dey perfect.
Hey, oh, collect, body too correct. Oh no, any man don't forget. Money go go oh collect, body too correct. Say she love me, and you love it. Sensima, why they for her Benzema? Why you want a dollar? Sensima, this kind dance you dey dance. I'm doing this thing, you doing that. Oh yo, why you wanna do me wrong thing? She open up so you, why you dey do me something? Why you dey do me wrong thing? She open up so you, why you dey do me something? Back time to take over. You don't play, I trouble you. Back, I know the fellow pastor, they be for my father, now father. See me, I don't busy my call. I won't focus on you, on God. I am day, and it's on my way. Oh, no more balance. I am day, and it's on my way. And it's on my way. Oh, no more balance. I get guns, I got fuss, I got fuss. Plenty talk, plenty noise, plenty people. Don't call me up to me, I get fuss. I get guns, I got fuss, I got fuss. Plenty talk, plenty noise, plenty
Thank you. Right about now, like we told you before we went on that brief interlude, we told you we're going to interview one or two persons here to let us know how they feel about this novelty football match in honor and remembrance of our own legendary in his own right, Igenewari George, the midfield maestro. And standing beside me is no other person than the elder brother of late Igenewari George, talking about no other person than Alari George, a great footballer in his own days, played for Sharks of Port Harcourt, NNPC, went on to Cameroon, played professional football across Africa, right here standing with us. He was, or he is, one of those Alari looked up to, you know, during his playing career. And so we have Alari George. So please, you know, we want to hear from him. Sir, with due respect, we know it's a painful one. It's not every day that you come and continue to nurse the feeling, the pain of losing your younger one, especially knowing fully well that the death of Igenewari was tragic and has not been closed. In fact, no tangible report has been given about his death over 30 years ago. And so we're asking, looking at what has happened there so far in the first 45 minutes, you've been here with your brothers, alongside your brothers. You've seen what is happening. How do you feel? How do you feel about this whole arrangement altogether?
Okay. First and foremost, I think we have to thank the Almighty God for everything that has happened today. And on behalf of the family, I strongly believe that today we have what I will classify as a mixed emotions. Reason is because it is also taking us back, as the name implies, Remembrance Day. So it will definitely take us back to just, you know, play back our memory as to how he died and what was done, what was not done rightly. And the part of the goodness is to also celebrate those who have deemed it necessary to put this together. You know, it is their ideas and thoughts, and as a matter of fact, the family is completely delighted. Seeing all of the persons that have come here to celebrate him, remember is, you know, the past. Is for the family, it is something that is we are very, very delighted. And I think that it is fine to see if this can, even as a matter of fact, by my thinking, and the family thinking is that if it's going to be a yearly activity, that will make so much sense. I am saying this is because after his demise, I think, as a matter of fact, we try to put up something like this, knowing too well that he is somebody who came from a platform from the neighborhood. Yeah. And after his death, we raise up a corpse, try to immortalize his name to see how every year we celebrate him. We try to remember his legacy he left behind. And to see if we can be able to use that platform and, you know, fetch out some great talent, just like as he came. Unfortunately, the way the city was then, the game itself, because of passion people have for the game, it became life-threatening, and we decided to put a stop to it. However, people, great friends of his came up again to say, let them see if they can come up with this package, which for the family we think it is something that is well welcome, and that we strongly believe that if they continue, it will truly create more rooms for more talent to come up from this kind of platform. However, I also said before now in my opening remarks that we are also sad because there's a difference between justice and mercy. So I think that the family generally, we have not gotten whoever that was responsible for his death. A lot of people always talk about the effect. I always look at the root cause. For me, personally, it's not even about the family. Me personally, because I play football, I know how difficult to play in some certain areas in this country. You know, so I was completely taken aback or astonished when I heard that an FA Cup was zoned in Ibadan, where stationary stores participated in that event in Ibadan. Stationary store supporters don't even need to go to Ibadan because in Ibadan, they have stationary store supporters as much as they have in Lagos. So you can't put them in a zone where it is very close, and in terms of proximity, very close to their domain. And that was how some of those things happened. For me, I feel that is even the root cause. If I have to put any blame, I'll put the blame first on the NFF or NFA then, you know. And up to today, I think that has not even been resolved. Sometimes you see some of those sentiment plays out. Very unfortunate, but that is the reality about the country we live. And we have nothing to do but to continue to live with that. We truly use this time on behalf of the family. Let me thank all those who have truly come here to celebrate him. And the organizers, I give credit, and I pray that the Almighty God will continue to bless them. Thank you very much.
Amen to
Thank
that.
you.
You know,
God bless you.
yeah, that was well, you've spoken well as another brother. You know, one thing again that we all notice is that coming from Enituna High School, where your late brother, you know, started his football career, and the Judges family, you know, I must tell you, you guys have any of flowers. You have football in your DNA. And as young as he was then, you know, he watched you people. Pereke Bina, yourself, you played for Sharks, went to Wari, made good account of yourself, and all of you. Your brother watched and he breathed football. It was just so sad. One of the interviews he granted to Premium Times, you know, is what I want to ask you from, because sometimes the media might get some facts wrong or right, as the case may be. You know, they said that your brother didn't want to go to the match, but you told him that you're just coming from, you know, representing Nigeria at Ecuador 95, that you don't seem as though he's feeling too big, that he should go. Is that a fact? Is that true?
That is a fact.
Okay. And I know you have that regret, you know, telling your brother to go. How has it been for the family 30 years without him? And considering the fact that if he had been alive, you know where would have been by now?
That is for sure. The point is very simple. Just like as you have mentioned, it is a fact that he came after they went to Ecuador, the under-17 competition. And when he now came back, you know, these things sometimes, it's like a premonition. Yes. He saw his death coming. But we are not God, so we never can tell. So, because of the kind of humility the family has, my elder sister, my immediate elder sister, and myself, we had to look for how to advise him to go back. The Enugu Rangers, you know, management came to Port Harcourt, tried to see how they can be able to get him in that team, knowing how important he's been in the team. But he tried to see how not to get himself. As I said, there was a premonition. He saw it coming, but nobody saw that. So for some of us, we just said, no, please, just like as you mentioned, I advised him, I met him and Herbert Yobo, you know, and I said, what are you people doing in Port Harcourt? Please, you people should go and join your team and see how you can be able to, you know, continue to render the service for which you have been, you know, contracted on. So that was how he later said he's going to go. My elder sister even said, if you're going to have any issue for staying back, I'll look for how to cover you up with some medical reports and all of that, you know. And that was how the young man later said, okay, let me go. I think not quite 2-3 days thereafter, we just had that sad news, you know. And just as I said, we can only grant mercy, you know, to those who have come to accept that, look, I have done something bad. And you now say, okay, for God's sake, because we're a Christian family, we can say, may God also forgive them. But as we speak, justice has not been done, and that is the only thing the family is asking for.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Thank you very much. We continue to pray that one day Nigeria will do the right thing and get the killers of our own Igenewari George. And right now, we want to let you go from here because if we give you all the time, definitely you will tell us more, but it will be so painful because it will be as if we are opening a old wound. For now, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, Jolomi, we'll be coming back to the second half, and I can see the former chairman of Andoni local government
area.
Baro.
Dr. Erastus Awotu, the man who took Andoni to great heights, restored peace in Andoni, an area that was so dreaded at a certain point in our recent history, and he made everywhere cool, brought everybody together, made peace, made reconciliation, and today Andoni has become a tourism hub in Rivers State. Yes, Honorable Dr. Awotu, we so much welcome you. Thank you for honoring this match. Thank you.
Jarok will be joining us on the commentary stand soon. Jarok from Wazobia FM. He will be joining us on the commentary stand soon. Ladies and gentlemen, football lovers, enthusiasts, boys and girls, captains of industries, we are all here at the BS of the George's family and the friends or committee of friends of late Igenewari George, using football as a veritable tool for social camaraderie, as a way to build bridges and also try to celebrate their own. And after the first half, between Team Lemon and Team Red, we've not seen goals. And we all know that the ultimate currency of football is goals. I'm looking forward to see 30 goals, if that will be possible. Do you see that coming? 30 goals, to commemorate the 30 years remembrance of late Igenewari George.
From where? From which legs? These legs that they are seeing here, but it's not possible. It's not impossible. In football, anything is possible. But they have like a 45 minutes, probably own goals everywhere. We resort to 30 goals at this point in time. But there have been lots of changes from both sides.
Losing possession, because the second half have been so electrifying and intensifying. It's been so wonderful, and that's past connections to go into accidents. Kenneth, they're putting a lot of bodies on the line. Can he beat them? So much to expect. The game seems to have got into another layer. Tekena Samuel looking for space. Finds Ibibia. Looking for finds Davis there to Ibibia. Ibibia there being man-marked. Because the former chairman of Andoni local government, that's supposed to go to give the ball there. Bad deal from him there. That's nice composure. Has to defend it from Kenneth. Putting his body on the line. And the first assistant referee in the person of Alaji Usmanu was ideally positioned. And it's going to be a free kick from the red side. Kenneth gives the ball to the chief of waterfront. Tekena Ayala gives the ball to Panushi. The red side seems to be enjoying some fair share of possession. And they have lost possession now. That's Pastor now. Pastor with the ball. Gives the ball to Obuaji, aka Atabala. Pastor. When it comes to football here in town, we have a lot of players. Potako Township, used to be the source of talents. I could remember back in the days in the secondary school, Stella Maris and Chico, name it. Like Shimawolo, of course, Ojokojo, he made. Of course, from GSS, he was able to make the Helsinki team in the 90s. And now, he's now part of the All-Stars fraternity, doing what they know how to do best. Back to the field of play. You can see the intensity the second half has come up with. What are we expecting?
Yes, certainly the intensity has increased due to due to the substitutions that they've made, you know that yes, they really mean business in the second half. And that's the Team Lemon on the ascendancy. Struffle for the ball. Nice deep control by the defender there. Back to Team Red. Nice move there. Team Red very much in possession. Daniel Oba. Nice interchange of passes there. If he just off the ball by Probara, indeed, Probara non-jump player. Probara happens to be the chairman of Thank God It's Friday All-Stars, and they're doing great things at the back. Helping his team not to concede any goal yet. Nice play from Team Lemon. Kennedy Okoba, Waibo, experienced leg. Happens to be remaining from the first half rather, and also the captain of the side. The Red giving us the tiki-taka philosophy here. Nice pass from Palushi. Puts his player on the run. He let go around. Oh, no. Nice. The goalkeeper came off his mark cleanly.
You know, that was an anticipation by the goalkeeper, but you know, the way he came, you know, making his body unnaturally bigger of some sort, you know, bringing his two legs, and I know it happens to be the goalkeeper's territory. And let me bring on Jarok. Jarok is from Wazobia FM, and you've been watching the game so far. You're well abreast about the reason why we're here. What can you say about the atmosphere so far? And whatever you have to say, just tell us, Jarok.
Yes, the atmosphere is quite great, and I love the laudable idea behind this whole football game. Remembering one of Nigerians' finest midfielder. Well, unfortunately, they deny us the opportunity of watching Igenewari George. But personally, I still have fond memories of Ecuador '95, that great Golden Eaglet team, building on the achievements of the 1993 class of Kanu Nwankwo, Celestine Babayaro, and all that. In '95, the likes of James Obiora, Igenewari George, Abat Yobo, and some other players that we're trying to recollect at the moment that were in that team, play good football. I still remember with nostalgia that knockout stage game that we lost to Oman in the knockout stage. It was quite painful. And like somebody noted earlier that Finidi George did not make the Atlanta '96 team because of the demands of his brother. That's quite true, because I remember in 1995, I told some persons a few days back on radio that before we had David Beckham, there was a Finidi George who was the best crosser of the ball. Because I remember that 1995 campaign in the championship of that great Ayers team and the exploit of Finidi George. We are looking forward to Finidi George being part of the 1996 Atlanta team, and then his younger brother just died mysteriously. That was how we were denied the opportunity of seeing Finidi George as one of the 3 overage players in that Atlanta '96 squad. Has happened. But today, like the elder brother said a while ago, if this becomes an annual event, I think it will be a great thing for grassroots football in and around this township environment in Port Harcourt. But so far, this game has really lived up to the billing, because most of these guys over the years they've lost speed, so you can't expect them to run the way they used to run 30 years ago. But it's great and it's fun.
All right, thank you so much, Jarok. Of course, Jarok is coming from Wazobia FM, and he's one man we all are looking up to. Of course, Jarok will be giving us some pitching commentary soon. Also on the commentary stand is Mr. Ikemefuna Patrick, aka MC Liverpool. MC Liverpool, you're welcome to.
Thank you, Michel. I must say I'm very happy. You know, looking around the atmosphere, you will see lots of personalities from various walks of life coming to celebrate this wonderful day. I think what a way to celebrate someone's afterlife. And I must say a very big thank you to every one of you that have come out to celebrate our own brother, Igenewari. But then, that was a tragic moment. Now there's the opportunity to see him, to watch him play at the topmost level. But then I believe God has the way of doing things. But much later, his own brother, Finidi George, also came into the scene. And I must say that whatever be anything God has destined for the George's family, will definitely come to fulfillment. I think it's in their DNA, and I think his legacy lives on. And I think Igenewari, anywhere he is, will be very, very happy to know that we are all converged today to celebrate him. Having 30 years elapsed, we still have him fresh in our memory. What a way for a posthumous recognition. Aye.
Yes, like Jan Rock rightly stated, in 1995 or Ecuador 95, we remember Igenewari George in that team that had the likes of Godfrey Wapa, Albert Yobu, James Iguilo, James Obiora, yeah, Emmanuel Ebiede, Olatubosun Ayeni, you understand? Emmanuel Nwakire, Kingsley Samuel, Kingsley Amunike, these were the players. Yes, younger brother of Emmanuel Amunike. These were the players of that squad. You know, they are the only reason why many people don't remember that name was because prior to that, in 1993, we won the under-17. So all expectations were that Nigeria will win and retain the cup. But this team had great players, great players, if you ask me. But it's so unfortunate that one of our own, one of the players of that era is no more with us. And so far, we are seeing Port Harcourt. We are seeing Port Harcourt gathered once again to remember their own. And one thing that is so striking, and one thing that has really shown that this is Port Harcourt football at its finest, is the ball has been flowing leg to leg, nuku nuku, barim baka, the way we used to know it. And if you take a note, if you are so careful to recall, since this game started, we have not gotten up to 3 throw-ins to tell you that this is Port Harcourt football at its finest. And that was how we used to play our football. Before you had the likes of Real Madrid or the tiki-taka that you used to know. First goal of the encounter, the deadlock has been broken, and that goal is coming from the feet of no other person than Christian Iminabo, a.k.a. Iggy, one of the sharpest attacker of the Cartel All-Star, former deputy leader of the 7th Legislative Assembly of the Port Harcourt City Local Government Area. Iggy.
Did you ready for that pass? Now, did you ready for that goal? Now that pass from back from before Anthony, local government chairman, entered the midfield, and the midfielder just closed like through his face, throw that kind Ronaldinho pass that year for Barcelona, and 1-0 be that. And did you ready for that goal be that? Great goal for Team Red.
The guy that gives that pass, now Panucci, he don't give and says, they give and says. The people that them no get leg to run, go collect the ball.
If you don't know Panucci was also a teammate of Igenewari, Yobo, and all the rest during that era in Port Harcourt. In fact, right now he's known as the barrister of football. Panucci, the barrister of football, giving the barristeristic pass. That is what I will call it. Barrister of football, that's your pass, But don't take away the pass coming from Rastus Awotu, yes, former chairman of Andoni local government, who gave Panucci that pass to flog for our own Iggy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, of course the game is intensifying and electrifying. We have eminent personalities coming in their numbers to grace this epoch-making event to mark the 30 years remembrance of Nigeria International, late Igenewari George, the midfield maestro. And in no particular order, we have His Royal Highness Edmond Adoki, PhD, who happens to be the elder brother to Right Honorable Toye Smart Adoki, aka Ayila, honorable member in the River State House of Assembly, representing the good people of Port Harcourt, QSSC2. Your Highness, you are welcome. Also, we have in our midst, Engineer Johnson Solomon, Secretary General, S. Agitators Forum, Akwabom State, aka Joker F. You're welcome. Not also forgetting the CSO of the jurisdiction in the person of Babla, the king of Kigali.
Kabaka!
No darling. If you don't, you'll be
Kigali, where legends are made. Kabaka, you are respected.
So back to the field of play. Jarok.
Yes. As Team Red don't score, Team Green are going to go look for their own goal, and this time around they're going to find an attack, but referee don't spot. Small foul there. Smith they bring the ball back. They will arrange the ball. Free kick will come the way of Team Green. You see this match. Everybody wear jersey number 30. That one because we did mark 30 years since we brother Igenewari George Waka divorce, where we expect them to Waka. But right now, opportunity will come. Team Green will lay the pass inside the balls. But now Team Red will catch one of the defenders here. Kenneth will turn like Babashe, pass the ball, enter the midfielder to Takana. Takana will lay the ball there for the defender. Will lay him up. Now the winger, he no get speed again, but he will try to wait if he do. He will turn, but Barrister will make sure say he stop the ball there. But that ball don't roll out for a quick throwing. Throwing will come the way of Team Red.
Baluchi, you know something Barrister do from action. Somebody give pass from your own defense. If that kind of pass they give the attacker, you won't kill him, eh?
Anushi, the barrister of football, as we dey do am, share like rice and stew for evening party.
If Pep Guardiola, they hear Pep Guardiola for sign Barrister, he dey like defenders when they pass from back.
The thing where they look here, no, one thing where they look here now, favor and our boys, their eyes just dey shine, say like say na dem dey there. Better they help Anushi, they share like beans and rice for the center of the midfield there. But don't worry, we are here to remember your brother, and we know why you are not in your play, both of you. That's so it be. Share like rice and stew. Not forgetting the man, Ovo. Yes, Ovo Kalio of the Crystal All-Stars. The security personnel playing from the right flank for the Lemon jersey, right side of defense. He has moved, and that pass from Pastor Atabla. Oh, what a heavy pass for Captain.
That pass too heavy, that man no get speed again. That pass is small.
I did tell you. Oh, Tekena Ayala, king of all the water side. Gocheteli. And the Bridgeman spotted against the Lemon jersey, against the one-time coach of Ocean Boys and Bayelsa United, Gocheteli. Played for Sunshine Stars. One of the clubs. Oh, Panushi. They tell it to Panushi. Panushi to the chairman of all the water side. To Kenneth. Pastor, hold it. Ball the flow. Nuku, so doing big things. Showing the skill that we all know him for. One-time captain of Thank God is current captain of Thank God is Friday. Campari. Ovo made sure that Campari does not handle the ball. The two of them know themselves very well. Campari. If you know Campari, one of the deadly players. Another one. But I don't think Pere will allow King Oba to have the better of him. Pere and King Oba, two players that know themselves very well. Campari with the ball to Panushi. Panushi to Erasto. Erasto to the ball to Eteli. Eteli to Panushi. All right with the ball. And they are just talking it. Nuku, Barim Baka, Yem Kanyegi, Imprim. Now so football day. Hey, and Panushi are just giving a long pass. What does he do? Abelaye stay with the ball. And he has been infringed upon.
That leg over is too sharp as he catch that defender one-on-one. But they talk him, if you miss the ball, don't miss the man.
A free kick from a very you know, ideal position about 17 yards away from goal. And we all know that set pieces are veritable ways to score goals. But can the Lemon side make it count? Standing behind the ball is Berekeme, looking well poised. MC Liverpool, you know, the game so far, he has gotten another layer. The red team seems to be painting the atmosphere they are living. Do you see or foresee a comeback from the Lemon team?
Yeah, I can see the both sides actually giving us a good run for our money, really playing to the gallery. And so typical of attack football, just like Delomi actually stated. You see on rare occasion, you have seen the ball gone out of play, and a couple of flashes from Panucci, who has stolen the show thus far. And the free kick from that position there spells danger, and that was a reward one there. So from the question asked, I think the team putting on Lemon jersey also have avalanche of good players who also actually overturn the fortune of this game. Meanwhile, for the time being, it's been the Red enjoying most of the play, and we are actually having a good run for our money.
Of course, today is Saturday, and in the EPL, the Spanish La Liga, the Italian Serie A, and the Nigerian Domestic League, we have so many games coming up. But for now, we are all here to celebrate and honor one man who etched his name in the folklore of Nigerian football history. Unfortunately, he's no more. Late Igenewari George from the Georges dynasty, because he is coming from a footballing family. Their elder brother, who is well seated here, Berekeme Bina George, I beg your pardon, played football, but not internationally. And Oswanari George took it to another level. Berekeme played grassroots football. Alali played grassroots football, but took it to another layer, where he played for Sharks. Now Depot played for Wari, NFBC in Wari, and also in Cameroon. And, but one name that is well remembered is George Finidi, currently on the saddle as coach of Rivers United. Not also forgetting the rest of them. I can see Favour George, Aboisi George, and Stella George from the Georges dynasty. That's Larry Eteli tries to find Biggie. Biggie tries to go in the ascendancy. But unfortunately, Biggie, you can see him disappointed. Just trying to say, I wish the referee will leave that. But the assistant referee too, in the person of Mr. Emenike Guago, was ideally positioned to see that. He was marginally caught in an offside position of play. Jarok, the game is still continuing, and we are seeing good football.
Yes, we see good football so far, and of course, since the introduction of that Panucci guy, the website, they make some kind of intelligent passes from their midfield to penetrate Team Lemon side. But right now they get free kick, and they will attempt this one to see whether they can get what kind of great goal when we talk about again. Free kick to Team Red. If you go blow the whistle, and the man will go for the ball, he will go for goal. But nearly no fit kill the bird. He only put small feather come up from the body. Ball will be goal kick. Goal kick, but they will take quickly. Team Lemon, they won't build from their back. Jet United they playing right now because speed no day today again. When they go lose ball close to their 18-yard balls, they're going to wait for referee whistle. Referee will say play on, but the defender will guide that ball, escort and go outside, and the assistant referee will say no. Corner kick. We're going to come the way of Team Red on the right flank. Team Red, in case you just come, Team Red they beat Team Lemon 1-0. They will take that corner kick quickly, send the ball backward. Ball will be close to the center circle. They will return the ball. We have to where they come from again on the right side. We go for the right, but somehow Team Lemon will win the ball, give them away again to Team Red. As they won't build again from the right side, they will pass the ball on the touchline. Find another man there. Send the ball backward again. But the man will want turn. Like Baba said, they will displace him with the ball. Now Team Lemon will get opportunity to against man. But great defending there. The referee will blow whistle for A yellow card there actually to one of the defenders there for Team Red. But free kick they come the way of Team Lemon in their own half. Free kick.
Ladies and gentlemen, lost but found anthem. Please, if you misplaced your glass, your Google inside your glass casing, please come to the commentary stand. Lost but found. If you misplaced your sunglasses in its cases, please come to the commentary box.
Free kick. Free kick going to come the way of Team Green. Make a short pass there. They want to start the build up on the left flank. But that move, the ball don't go outside for a throwing. Throwing ready will come the way of Team Red. They will stone the ball backward. Trap the ball. Send the ball back to where they come from again. Raise the ball up for Brian. The creator of the only goal will head the ball backwards. Defender will pass the ball to the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper will rub the ball, small cream, will pass the ball quickly to one of the defender on his left hand side. The defender will pass the ball, enter the midfield. But now, free kick, Team Red will get. That quick free kick will nearly enter Wala, but they will get the ball back again. This time around, it will be free kick to Team Green. Free kick when they come the way of Team Green.
All right, IE, over to you.
Well, you could see that for Team Red, they seem to be playing with fire in front of their position at this point in time. They had all the time to make up the clearance or build up from the back the way they used to, but decided to be a bit careless there and then wasn't quickly in favor of Team Lemon. The longing, nice play from Kennedy Okowa, and then the ball has been thrown out from the defense, gone out for a goal kick. I think another opportunity for Red to hold on to possession and try to build up from the back and take the play. Then we have the quick start from the goalkeeper. Good right to the mid, right flank there. It's Kushiteli on the ball. Goes infield. It's another pressure. There's lost possession there. Nice one from the player. That to send in to Atabala. But the defender obstructed it for the corner kick in favor of Team Lemon.
Of course, I can hear the rhythmic tunes from the drums of the area United Job Group area. All of us in the area now. Late Igenewari to the area now. You know, area United being led by distinguished comrade Ibiba George Will, aka Maza Maza. They don't come with Agabao. So when they bring out Agabao like this, you're going to see a serious thing. 992. We are one here. MC Liverpool. What's it?
Yeah. So entertaining and thrilling and the atmosphere reverberating with the presence of the United Cultural Band. I think we are having a very swell time in as much as we are in the mood of, bearing this loss. 30 years have just elapsed, yet the memory still lingers. And on this novelty game, to honor him, I think it looks like though he's alive, but then we're having a good ball. Right here in the field in River State here, Shaq Stadium, the team Red actually have enjoyed most of the play, giving us the best of football. We have Panucci, the diminutive midfielder, skimming from left, right, center, and all over. I must say he is the man who has enjoyed most of the position. And the defensive line comprises of Mr. Kenneth, and Honorable So, mounted in the midfield there, has made it difficult for the Team Lemon. Team Lemon has tried to hit that one, but that was a deflected strike there. A good effort there. A quick play. Honorable So couldn't get the ball there. Building from the back again. haven't lost the ball. Honorable So with the ball. Very, very calm and collected with the ball. The right, I think they're about to effect some kind of changes in as much as they are playing very well. I know that also the new infusion will come to inject strength, maybe make the situation more difficult for Team Lemon.
Yeah, certainly that's what we saw in the second half, where Team Red brought in a whole lot of changes, including Panucci and also Tekena Yala. Nice opportunity there. But that striker was marginally caught in an offside position. Fortunately, he thought he has restored parity in this game. But the assistant referee one, talking about Christian Briggs, you know, have the audacity and the ability of the VAR and also the octopus to have spotted him in an offside position.
Okay, we want to recognize the presence of the Sports Writers Association of Nigeria, Rivers State chapter, ably represented by bigwigs and top guns in that setup. Of course, we have here the secretary in the person of Sir Tonye Orabere, aka Babati. Not also forgetting the assistant secretary in the person of Mr. Vura Leziga, who calls himself the sports Jagaban. Or if you like, the celebration here. Also, we have the very delectable, beautiful, you know, welfare officer of the association in the person of Ambassador Fina Joe, aka Sports DD. Very much around. Not also forgetting China, the Ikwere man, Asheru, who we all know was a former media officer of Dolphins. Of course, making good account of himself, and also a member of the LOC. And I can also see Sasa number 9. He was born in 1934. He is currently 91 years of age. Sasa number 9, ladies and gentlemen, Sasa number 9, born in 1934, 91 years of age. Of course, he's a pensioner. He plays football for Vanguard and also Lifeway. He scored his very first goal in the Share Cup in 1947. That was in Ikurabasi in Akwa Ibom State. Sasa number 9, you're welcome.
Yes, right now we can see Honorable. What do we name this guy? What do we name? Ibiba George Will. Okay, yes. Honorable Ibiba George Will, aka Maza Maza, chairman of Area United. Area. Hey. Area don't show. Egu mature. Remember, during the burial of Igenewari in 1995, this same area had it hot with the security agencies because they were not happy that the government have not done anything to find the killers of Igenewari. They have not put a closure of what happened to Igenewari. The NFA then did not do anything tangible to support the family in that trying times. But they came and wanted to take control of the burial. And what happened? It was area versus the military and security. If you want to kill us make we die. We will not follow you go anywhere. We are not following you to that station. Area, you are highly, highly recognized. And remember, all of us are a part of the area. Area come to honor their own after 30 years. Painful one, but we must honor our own. Yes, Maza Maza, Ibiba George Will, we greet you. And the whole Area United team. Egu mature. As Egu they go for field, Egu they go for area, they go outside. Mbadike self go soon show. All of them. Mba Egu. Eh?
Back to the field of action.
The red.
Over to the ball.
Okay,
Position. And there goes in field. looking for his man. Wants to go for goal. Fortunately, the defender from Team Lemon deflected the ball off target into the waiting arms of the goalkeeper. He got on the ball. Atabala goes in feet. Looks for his man there. Team Lemon. Nice position on the ball. Atabala on the ball looking for his teammate there. Nice pass. Assistant referee Usman spotted that the player who came back to receive the ball was from in an offside possession. Advantage to Team Red.
I can see Kopo. Recognize you.
Team Red.
Elder Kopo. Elder Charlie Womet. Maximum. Ibibia. Oku. IB Shagger. A man who played football. Steve in Cameroon, Jolimbe of Cameroon, everywhere. Soccer, go London. Now so your body see the show. Now so one Lego, and the game is going on. Of your Tembe George, oh, of your Tembe George, yeah. That was a glaring opportunity, a one-on-one situation. But unfortunately, Tembe George just tripped. And that is the only saving grace for the pink side, who would, I believe, have gone 2 goals down by now. Pastor with a cross. But straight into the safe hands of goalkeeper Owukori. Owukori, hasty clearance there. So to Kenneth. Kenneth to so again. The red side, all Campari, all red. Jeff has just been dispossessed. And now is the pink side. Trying to build to Krobara. Krobara to his teammate there in the midfield. Finds Captain Waibo to Pastor. The lemon side trying to look if they got Obanze. Back to Pastor. A 1-2 situation. And Pastor with the ball. What does he do? Straight to his man. Obanze with the ball. Right on the 18 yards box. Atabula. Two captains. Oh, but still the goalkeeper saved it. But the flag is already up for offside position of play against.
Certainly the game living up to his billing. You could see how the Lemon team were able to build that gradually from the back, breaking through the press from Team Red, especially from Waibo to Pastor, and Atabala all through, breaking those defense splitting passes. Just unfortunately, Jeff and Odumze couldn't put the one to the back of the net because they were in an offside position. And great save from the goalkeeper as well, irrespective of the fact that that was an offside call, but the goalkeeper was called and he was able to save something for his side.
Yeah, but then I must give credit to the center referee and the Air 1 and Air 2, especially the Air 1 has been the one ideally positioned in making all those calls that have been very, very sensitive towards making us a very good game. That's the new infusion there of Tembe George. Giving it back there to Panuche with that Trivela there, stylishly sending it to the far end there. Campari switching position. Campari with the ball. Try to go on the sentence, but that's the solitary effort there from Campari. Campari brings it in there. Holding the jealous play, but that's Battle of Fame there at the far extreme. Building with the ball still, red in position of the ball there. But that was the wayward one there. Locked position of the ball. A good one there. But the Reds are really well composed. But this time it's Lemon on the sentence from the captain, Kennedy Okuba. Kennedy Okuba with the ball there. Bringing it in there to Pastor. Pastor kind of got the ball there. Comenso came to rescue, having him lost his footing. So far, it's been an effortless one there. The effort for the Lemon side has proven abortive. Then the Reds right into the half of the opponent, right on the foot of the judge to go past Atabala, but then the ball far away from him, and that central defender guides it jealously. I want to say the Area United area cultural band are really adding color and trying to get the atmosphere reverberating. And I say the family are really happy to say that they are loved by the entire Port Harcourt residents. What a way to celebrate our own.
Of course, you can see the pomp, you can see the pageantry, you can see the massive turnouts to celebrate the 30 years remembrance in honor of late Igenewari George. Substitutions are about to be effected as a way to bring in fresh legs to revitalize the squad. And don't forget, so much seems to be taking place here. I can see the chairman of Area United Cultural Band in the person of Honorable Ibiba George, aka Maza Maza. Not forgetting IB Shege, officially known as Ibibia Okujago, former player of Assistant Warriors. Not to forget, he happens to be an old boy of Baptist High School. He also plays in Cameroon.
Also recognizing the presence of Elder Amboy Woko. In the presence of Elder Reginald West, aka Reggie Grills. Reggie will recognize you. Oh, Undukumau. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having our miss the presence of His Royal Highness Edmond Adoki. Of course, he happens to be the elder brother to the member representing us in the Port Harcourt Constituency 2 in the Rivers State Assembly.
Mbadika is around. Yes, the Mbadika is here.
Egumacho.
Mbadika.
Egumacho.
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 Egu. Shower.
Oh, my Port Harcourt still pass Nigeria. Port Harcourt still pass Nigeria.
Port Harcourt still pass Nigeria. Egu. Mbadika. Mbadika.
Oh my God, Summer. You get Summer.
No. Which one now? Try to.
Of course, I can see.
Campari. Expected. Bari. Yes. We have come to the end.
Don't forget, this event is being streamed live by one respected, TV station in the person of Ijo Content Television. Ijo Content Television is streaming this live. He's on Twitter, he's live on Facebook, he's live on TikTok, and every other platform. Jolomi.
Nuku. Tinko the talk. Favor, George. Tinko the talk. Favor, Tinko the talk. Sample, Tinko the talk. Tinko. Oh, yes, that's my honorable. Honorable Anasu Sawatu. Yes, a complete protocol. Doing his thing. That's how it's supposed to be. Not so. In a talk.
Yeah.
Yes. Egu, part of the celebration, live streaming. I'm not forgetting the presence of Barrister Orubo, a one-time legal advisor to the mayor of Port Harcourt City local government. Barrister Orubo, you're welcome. Also not forgetting Cheche number 1.
All right, T. All right, T.
Always respect.
All right, T.
Yes. All right. Yes. Yes. We have gotten to the end of the novelty football match. An area do what they know to do best. Yes. You are welcome. What do you want? Yes. DJ. Hello. Honorable Masa Usaitu, chairman of area. Yes. A quick one. A quick one. Yeah. Yes. And before we round up,
Fresh out.
You and I know, say, since when they try to colonize us for this Africa, we never benefit from any of those countries. You and I know, say, the country where we they benefit from as Nigeria youths, now Canada, Canada, Canada,
Canada, Canada, Canada, Canada, Canada, Canada, Canada.